Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is our review, okay, for Life After Lockup Season 5, Episode 41. This really should be Season 6, Episode 1, or Season whatever, Episode 1. This should not be a continuation of Love After Lockup or even Love During Lockup. We have all new couples. It's a whole new year. I don't get why this is episode 41. Can we get an episode 1 in whatever new season this is supposed to be? Okay, anyway, y'all know to do a couple of things for me. First, make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. Okay, but y'all know, like, comment, share, subscribe, and all of that stuff. Okay, it is late on Saturday night. Y'all are getting this on Sunday afternoon. Unless you're a member, your member has been up all night for y'all right now. But yeah, I will possibly be on camera because I'm here. Okay. I just put lipstick on, even though it is 2:15 in the morning and stuff. I think I'm gonna go live today. So if you're watching this around noon, I'm planning to go live for a little gossip chit chat at around 3 or 4 p.m. So check my channel and then make sure to set the notification so that y'all will know when I'm on live. Okay. We have people. Okay, this season of Life After, okay, Lockup, I feel like it's gonna be a lot of fussing going on because I'm like, how was only the first episode and y'all are already on all of the nerves that I have? Okay, I don't even have that many, and y'all are already tap dancing on them. Okay, now you see the name of the review. Okay, Tennie out here squabbling, fussing and tussling with Rob's mama. Okay, Zeruiah out here in debt. Okay, ain't told her husband about the debt. Okay, and then Justine, girl, Justine is cuckoo cuckoo. She's a little bit crazy, and I'm going to think why. So I just felt like, we had to have a conversation because what is these people thinking? Now, this season, there are 8 couples, okay, 8 felons. Now, even though Brittany and Kerok both been to prison, so they won. So technically, I guess it's really 7 couples because Kerok and Brittany is a group. Okay, they're a duo. Okay, so technically it's 7 because again, they can't be counted as 2. Okay. Anyway, let's get to now. I did not review the last episode of Love During Lockup because I didn't care. I just watched it today. What can I remember? Nothing. Okay, I know for a fact that Shanti and True have been all over social media saying how she lost the twins, but they just got engaged and blah 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 blah. I feel like, okay, stay over there on TikTok. We don't need y'all back here on the show. Okay. Child, who else was it? I can't remember nobody else from the other season. Ain't that crazy? And I just looked at it, but I felt Christina and Julian stealing thieves together. We don't know. Okay. Anybody else care? I don't care. Anyway, let's get into the folks we have here. Okay. First up, now I don't know why Bianca and Daniel got on this show. I am very confused as to who said, yeah, let's bring on Bianca and Daniel. That's a good what? I was like, really? Also, with this season, they did something new for the couples, and I'm going to assume for couples who are together still. They did group confessionals. Okay, so with Daniel and Bianca, now Bianca 23, she unemployed. Remember, she was in that car accident and got some settlement money. So she's living off that settlement money. Now we don't know how much it is, but I guess it's enough where she does not have to work. Daniel is also unemployed. Okay, he was up in the prison thing for aggravated DUI. Okay, and also third degree burglary. Now their little couple photo right here, green shirt for him, look canary yellow for her. They look a little high. Okay, now this is them smiling, but also this is them too. Okay, I said somebody, why his eyes look sunken in like it's the drug shot. Is he sleepy? Is he tired? And why should this is how I see her, a deer caught in headlights. Okay, a deer caught a baby deer, doe, a deer, a female deer, okay, is what I see from her. So that's why I picked this picture of her because this is what I see. Just yapping at the mouth all the time, but bright eyed, bushy tail, don't know what to do. Okay, a doe, a deer, a female deer. But their confessionals together, it gives look, I'm just saying, if you look between the two, it's a little bit different. Now this picture of them, all smiling and stuff is cool, and this, something about it I don't trust him, I don't trust her. Okay, anyway, so Bianca, Daniel is the person. He's my person. He's the person I've been waiting for my whole life. I've been waiting so long for him. I said, ma'am, you haven't even been alive for so long. You're only 23. You haven't even hit 25. At 23, you still can't. Well, as far as I knew, at least here in Michigan, you can't rent a car at 23 because you can't get the insurance until you're 25. You have not lived long enough to say, I have been waiting so long for my person. Girl, no, you have more time left. Okay, anyway. Now again, they met on a pen pal website while he was in prison 9 months ago. Yes, this lady then moved across town in 9 months of knowing this man. Because she lived in Florida. She then moved over here to Arizona, child, and rented an apartment for this man that she don't know from Adam or Eve, hell, okay, or Steve, anybody, okay. Remember, she was in the car accident. Her friend was drunk, and she got in the car with, girl, my lipstick. The friend was drunk and crashed the car, and that is how Bianca ended up getting hurt. And she has a permanent scar on her neck from the accident. And so, because she was in the car accident with a drunk person, she thought, let me go on a website for felons and find somebody else who was a drunk driver or a DUI person, and they befriend them, okay? And that's how they met, because she was a drunk driver's victim. He was a drunk driver. Okay. Anyway, I was like, stranger danger, stranger danger, stranger danger. They both give me stranger danger. Okay. Now, again, she moved to Arizona, got an apartment because he can't leave yet. He in the States. She moved with that. Okay. Now, Bianca said she has not had sex in a year. Daniel has not had sex in about at least 5 years, because he was like for 5 years. Because he said before he was in prison, he was on drugs. And because he was on drugs, no one wanted to be with him. So he said it's been over 5 years. He can't really remember the last time he had sex. I said, well, at least he won't get fucked in prison. Anyway, so they get to the house, the little apartment or whatever. Child, that man been in prison for 5 years. The prison stench, the prison gunk, the prison stuff is on his body, okay? And they went to the house, child sat down on a couch in the prison clothes, okay? Ain't took not near shower, ain't washed their hands, get the kissing and canoodling, okay? And he said, you want to go ahead, what I think it was she said, you want to have sex? He's like, yeah, They go in the room, got in the bed, in the prison outside clothes. They had on all, they went to a restaurant and sat down, and they went in the house and they sat on the furniture in the bed. I said, ooh, y'all brought outside, inside, in the bedroom, bitch. Dirty. Anyway, they do it. Okay, now we didn't see that. What again? The following day, um, Daniel said, oh my God, the sex is great. It was everything I hoped it would be. I just melted right into her. Okay. We could stare in each other's eyes, and just hold each other. I said, oh, he has it so sweet. He asked Bianca, well, how was it? She said, you were good. And I said, ooh, he don't know a lie when she said. And she told us, okay, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the best, He just wanted to stick it in, and he's fresh out of prison. I have to cut him. I said, ma'am, no, don't cut that man no slack. You cut him slack if he finishes fast. You don't cut him slack if he don't know what to do to finish at all in an enjoyable way. Okay. I think her point was he didn't have any foreplay. Okay. He didn't tickle the ivories. Okay, he knew any of that. Okay, he probably didn't suckle at the nipple. Okay. He didn't do anything to cut her faucet on, to make the travel of the two combining a slippery slope. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted to stick in it. I was like, well, maybe before he didn't know how to do it before either. I don't know. But I was like, I guess so. So they had that little thing or whatever. Okay. Now Daniel did say, she spent so much money and the amount of money because she spent $8,000 to move there to be with him. Okay. And he said, the amount of money she spent and all that she's done for me helps me to really, really respect and understand that she really wants to be with me. She really cares about me. Okay. He said, hopefully I'll get a job soon and I can start contributing. Now that was this notion of him saying, I hope I get a job to contribute. And she said, well, yeah, I hope so too. And he's like, what? Oh, you being sassy? You being a little sassy? And then I said, I don't trust him. I don't trust her either. But I was like, it was something like, is he beating you? Yes, I hope. Yeah. I agree. And it was a way her body language changed from this to this. Like it was thinking where he like, don't question what I'm gonna do. Don't do that. And I'm like, what is going on with y'all? I don't know. Anyway, so it's the following morning. He gets up, he cooks breakfast. Okay. He cooks the eggs and the hash. I don't know, girl, all the food, whatever. Okay. And then they sit down to eat. They're both sitting in the little kitchen nook or whatever. And she's like, is the coffee ready and made? He said, yeah, it's over there. And she said, oh, so can you go make me some coffee? And he was like, I'm not thirsty. And she was like, you can't go make me coffee and put coffee in a cup and put with milk. He was like, but I'm not. He's like, you like the coffee's right. I made the breakfast. The coffee's right. It's right there. Like where he said, I'm sitting here too. The get you got to was she got pissed that he would not get up to go make her coffee. Even though I think she was by the coffee machine. And he was like, I'm sitting here eating. Why can't you go get the coffee? Because you want coffee, not me. Now look, the house wasn't that big. You can see the coffee machine. So she knew the coffee was ready. I think she was saying, is the coffee ready? Hoping he would then get up and go get it for her. And he didn't. He said, yes, over there. It's over there. And from there, she got pissed. Why wouldn't you give me? And I said, "Well, ma'am, in his defense, y'all both were sitting down eating. The coffee was close to where you were. You do want the coffee. He did make the breakfast. It's not a big deal to me to get up and get my own coffee. Now, if he's closer to the coffee, if he's in the kitchen, and I say, hey, babe, can you give me the coffee? And he says, no. Oh, well, damn, nigga, you can't get my coffee. Whatever. But I do feel like his notion was, oh, yeah, it's right there. I didn't think him not getting her coffee should have been the big deal to her. She's pissed. And she then says, after all I've done for you, you can't make me coffee. He says, don't do that. Then he gets pissed off. Like, don't do that. He's like, never throw that in my face again. Like, that's not right. And I agree with that too. When you do for someone, you can't do for people and then say, hey, but I've done this. You can't do that. That is called manipulation. It means I've done these things for you. And the moment I ask you to do one thing for me, I'm going to say, but I've done blah, blah, blue for you. And it's unfair. Okay, so I got him being pissed. And I think he got triggered as an that. Okay. And then when she said, well, what isn't right? I said, bitch, you don't know what's not right? I say, see, doe, a deer, a female deer. Okay. So he said, why did you do those things for me? She said, because I love you. He said, okay, so if you did it because you love me, why would you then throw it back in my face to make me feel bad? Okay. To then try to use that as manipulation, okay, to do something for you. Because she said that so that he would feel like, well, I have to do this for her because she's done for me. And I'm like, that ain't love. That's tit for tat. That's a little bit of slavery. Okay. Anyway. She then said, you're being so dramatic. Okay, why are you so triggered? He said, look at me. Look at me. Okay. He said, that's not right. I love you. I owe you my life. You done a lot for me. But however, he's like, do not try to manipulate me like that. Don't do it, bitch. Okay. And while I still feel like he is a little bit creepy, little bit, but she is too. Okay, I still felt like he in that situation, he was 100% right. She tried to play that game of I've done for you, so do for me with something as simple as coffee. I'm like, and he was right, the coffee right there. Like I would have to walk around you to go get you coffee, and I'm sitting here eating my food. I did not think it was a big deal. I did not. So her getting pissed and it was weird. But I got why he got pissed because he felt like she gonna use what she done for me against me, and I don't have shit. And am I stuck? Well, I mean, kind of, sort of. Okay. To me, I think she's childish because he's so selfish. He's so selfish, and I don't get, girl. The reason and she's child is because she don't even understand why what she did was wrong. However, he gonna produce some shit. I can see it. Look, he is going. Look, I'm not gonna say he's gonna be abusive in any physical way. What I am saying is, they gonna put each other through some stuff, and that's why you don't move from Florida to Arizona for a pen pal stranger. Anyway, next up. Oh, that's who Kim and Joy. They on here too. Kim and Joy was on the last season. Now they on this one. I don't know why. I guess they don't have anything else to do. Okay. Anyway, Kim, 38, Joy 39. Kim is a teacher's aide. Joy is unemployed still. And he was in jail for breaking and entering, larceny, and identity theft. Okay. Now, they did not have a couple's photo. That's why I said I'm wondering if the couples who are still together once filming is done, because I'm like, they were the only couple so far who did not have at least in this episode, did not have a joint confession. Okay, theirs was like separate or whatever. Okay, anyway, but they around here. Okay, now Joy has been out of prison for 2 months. Okay, and she at her mama house, at her daddy house, at the daddy house, because I don't know if the mom did it together. I don't know, but she's the daddy house and She's going through her kids like old clothes, old toys, because she wants to have a garage sale and she wants to sell her kids old stuff because they have so much stuff. Cool, cool, cool. However, she also brings up how, they want to buy a house because the rental they're in now, the lease is about to be up. And she's like, we can just buy a house. However, she don't have the money. Okay. So I'm willing to get a house. The house note will be about $1,500 a month. Plus we would need, money down for down payment. I don't have that. So right now I'm hoping that either Joy will start helping me financially. I can keep working and hopefully make some money selling me clothes. And I said, girl, look, ma'am, I don't know how many toys and how many clothes you have your two children, but I don't think you gonna. I don't know how much. I mean, you can make a cute little coin, $1,000 at a garage sale, but unless you have a whole house full of stuff and everybody come buy it, I don't think it's gonna help you buy a house. I'm just no shade, okay? Joey, 2 months he had not Ninja, not the pizzeria, the Taco Bell, the Walmart, AutoZone, nothing. The Piggly Wiggly, the Quickie Mart, Wawa. Okay, anyway. So, we see Kim is also still tracking Joy phone. I'm like, girl, at this point, I don't care. The last episode, Joy he tried to meet up with that girlfriend. She never showed up or whatever. They had their little engagement party, and her cousin came and said, I can't do this. Because remember, her cousin dated him in like high school. He took her cousin's virginity. He also cheated on her cousin with her. So said cousin was like, seeing them together, it just triggers me. I can't do it. He whistled at me and it triggered something in me. I don't know. Okay. So this is all weird anyway. But Kim is still tracking him because he's an addict. And I have to be sure he's not out here addicting in my car. Okay. So the AirTag child, the track on the phone, he still don't know she's tracking him. Why? Because he's stupid. Anyway, Joey is like daddy daycare now. He's taking the kids around, so even though he's not working, at least he's watching the kids, so they not paying for daycare. Okay, I guess so. Now Joey is taking the kids to school. The youngest boy, he dropped off at school. The older boy, okay, Kim's oldest son, Kason, she got pregnant with Kason at the same time she was fucking around with Joey. Joey had got out of prison. She found her ex-husband, or he was her husband at the time. She found her ex had cheated, so she's pissed. So her and Joey was messing around for around 2 months. Joy then went back to prison. She ended up pregnant, and she stayed with her ex. And then this whole time, they had been under the impression the ex-husband is the father to both her children. Now, Joey thinks he is the father of her oldest child. He said, I be looking at him, and I just see, I think we look alike. I think we favor. He's in a car driving, like, yeah, don't you think our hair look the same, Caden or Kason? He's like, yeah, sometimes. And I'm like, why are you having these kind of the boy's 5. Okay, you confusing that boy. Okay, stupidness. So he like, I want a DNA test to see if her oldest son is mine. Now I get it. I fully feel people have the right and should know who their parents are. If you do not, because you don't want a person to grow up and then not know, and then God forbid they need a surgery, they need blood or whatever like that, and then they don't know who the actual family member is and they die. Okay, so I do feel like children should fully know who their birth parent is, just in case. Ain't shit worse than growing up and then not knowing, damn, daddy wasn't daddy. Well, who my dad? Like that happened to Kerry Washington. Okay. Anyway, well, I think with that, I gotta read her book again. I can't remember. My point is, Joey has a right to know if the son is his. I just don't like how they're going about Okay, well, how he's going about it. Because, you know what I'm saying? Now, again, it's been over 5 years at this point. They both admit they were messing around they was having lots of sex at that point in time or whatever. And Joy just happened to go to prison. Now, Kim is like, I don't know if we should do it or whatever. I don't know. Because my ex-husband and my son think he's the dad. And my son is 5 years old. So how do I tell a 5-year-old like, Dad's not your dad, Joy's your dad? And he like, look, I got a DNA test. Let's just swab them off on out, send it out, and then we'll see. Kim's point is, it's not as easy as, oh, well, now you're the father. It's the conversation, and for a 5-year-old to figure out, wait, what? Dad is my dad? You know, brother and me had different dads. You're not, I'm saying it's the whole thing. So Kim was scared to me because she know the chicken's gonna come home to roost. Okay. Now they don't show a picture of her ex-husband. We just see his face is blanked out. Okay. So I was like, girl, they do the DNA test and look, okay. That's her. Okay. That's the son that's in question. And that's, you know, Joey. So to me, that's Joey's baby. That is Joey's son. Okay. And the reason I say that, now the little boy does also look like his mom, you know. However, that boy has his daddy's ears. Okay. That boy has his daddy's hair. You hear me? Okay. Now I think he has his mom's nose and her features as well. However, the ears, the shape of the eyebrows, the hair is Joey. The reason I say that is because this is her other son. Okay, so let's do math, people. Okay, if Johnny has 5 apples and I took 3 apples, how many apples does Johnny have? Johnny now has Joey's apples. Okay, so this is the thing. The picture that they showed of her at her wedding with ex-husband, he has blonde, like golden blonde curly hair. When her hair isn't straight, her hair is also curly because her hair was kind of curly a little bit in the old photo. In my opinion, the sons do not look like they have the same parents. And I know that sometimes DNA and genes do different things. I fully understand that. But also, when mama was fucking 2 people and had 2 sons, and the 2 sons are different looking, that usually can implicate that the daddy is 2 different men. Okay? And I think Joy's point is your mom and the blonde haired son, they have curly hair. Naturally curly. You can tell that she straightens her hair. The oldest son has jet black straight hair like his daddy. Even the ear shape of the blonde haired son is different than the ear shape of the dark haired son. Okay, so Joey is the one, he know how many apples he has. Joey said, Brittany, Kim, Johnny had 5 apples. You took 3 of Johnny's apples. You have 2 of my apples, and one of my apples is my son. Okay, the fact that he was like, I can look at that boy and tell that's my kid. He probably can tell that because he probably knew what the ex-husband who he looked like. He probably know the youngest son looked like his daddy. Okay, even the fact that the boy's skin tone looked different, and when you white with different skin tone, because I swear to God, most Caucasian people just look Caucasian to me. Okay, however, I do feel like the younger son has a more Caucasianness to his skin, and I just feel like Joey's son looks a bit different. Okay, just a bit different. That's it. That's all. I'm just saying. And Joey knows it too. So I do believe Joy is right to question this paternity. I think Joy said I have a right to know. Joy said we all have right to know the truth. And I said I agree. I just don't want them to confuse the little boy. And I like the fact that when they swab his mouth, they say, hey, we have to test you for COVID. I'm gonna swab my mouth, we're gonna swab your mouth. So he just thought, oh, it was a COVID test. I said, but if he's smart, he may know. Joy keep asking me if I look like him. Is he my daddy? I don't know. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the child. First of all, I feel like Walgreens had DNA tests. And he had to test me somewhere. So they swabbed and then mailed the test off, and they'll get results back in a few weeks. I'm pissed. We have to wait. It's gonna be to the end of the season. I don't know. But anyway, this is based on the two kids. Look, no tea, no shade. The kids look different. Okay, they do. Even though, like me and my siblings, me and my sister Veronica, we have the same mom and father. Ronnie has 3 other children. Okay, who all look like that side of the family and us as well. However, me and Veronica look like both our parents. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like if one of us look different, mom would, you know what I'm saying? I just think like you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people with one parent being different, you do be like, they got the same mom and dad? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We shall see. Next up, first we 30 minutes in. Y'all take one little seconds, okay? We'll take 30 seconds and like the video. See, I just made y'all do 30 seconds. Hopefully y'all like the video, because what's the point of being here if you don't like the video? Anyway. Next up we have Brittany and Kerok. Now they were on, I think, Life during Lockup, then they were on Life after Lockup, and now they're on, this one. So they've been on like all variations of the show. Now they also have, now again, she's 23, he's 26. She's unemployed. She wasn't, again, they met, so they met in prison. Now I know you wonder, well, how can they meet in prison? Because me and the woman can't be in the same. Now Brittany and Kerok was the first of a kind, okay? Because they were also, Kerok is 26, HVAC technician, and he was in jail for robbery. This is their joint photo, okay? It's cute. So I like her hair. I do. When I first saw their season, I was so dumb. I was like, they meet in jail. I said, what kind of prison they got men? I said, well, they like walking past each other. I'm like, that is not a safe prison. I said, but prison is so unsafe that while a woman is walking through the prison, she can get in contact with the man. That ain't safe to me. What if they take the cooch? I did not know initially that Kerok was trans. So Kerok was born female, went to prison female, while probably was like, already, transitioning. While in prison, started transitioning, with testosterone and all that stuff. So they met because even though Kerok considered himself male, he had not transitioned yet. And so they still put Kerok in a female prison. And that's how he ended up meeting Brittany. But I promise y'all, I was like, how did they meet in prison? I felt so dumb. But I'm like, I never thought Kerok was trans. Anyway, so they are the first couple where it's a trans person. I don't think they're not the first gay couple. That was Puppy and Amber. I hope they never come back. But yeah, so Kerok, is a trans man. And this season, you can tell Kerok has been consistently on his testosterone. Okay, I said, oh, not that Kerok looked less masculine the last time we saw him, but I do feel like, okay, it's just different. I say Kerok fully to me I feel like he's transitioned more. That's is not offensive or whatever. But whatever. So they together and stuff. So Kerok has been out of prison for 7 months. Brittany has been out for she's a little over a year because again, they was in prison together. And then when she got out, she went and moved in with his family and stuff. Okay, or whatever. They got engaged 6 months ago. They were living in Virginia and they are now packing up to move to Texas. I say Texas. They want to move to Houston, Texas, and also Kerok's mom is so sweet. His mom and his brother. We don't know which brother was moving because he had two brothers. So Kerok, Brittany, Kerok's mom, and Kerok's brother are all moving to Texas together. Okay, so they go get the car oil change because they're gonna be driving to Texas. So now, first of all, the house they were staying at, I'm like, if y'all leaving tomorrow, why the house so messy? If I'm moving the day before I moved, I'm at least gonna have my shit packed. I was like, girl, anyway. Brittany fixed that, but they go to get an oil change at the oil change place or whatever. Kerok gets a phone call from his the PO office. Okay, now when you are transitioning from one state to the other state, your PO, and that's either parole or probation, your probation office has to prove it. The state you're moving to, theirs have to approve as well. So you have to be approved in two different states, the one you're leaving from and the one you're going to. So Virginia, where they're leaving from, had already approved it. Texas has to approve too. Child, the PO office called and said, look, Texas has not denied you. Okay, Texas said, no, y'all can't do it. So, y'all can't move because Texas is not approved. You can't move to Texas. You know what I'm saying? He's pissed. Oh, why would y'all deny it? We've already done so much. I quit my job. We gave our house here. We've already packed up. And why would they deny us? And the person said, look, it probably wasn't smart. It wasn't the best decision for you to do all of that, considering you had not gotten it approved yet. And I said, that's factual. To say that I quit my job, he put a down payment on a house in Texas. And so they paid the first month rent already in Texas. And he said, we always follow the rules. I passed all my drug tests. We feel like we do everything we're supposed to do. Why would they deny us moving? And the person said, look, Texas has the right of refusal to not approve a move. So, we can send an appeal. However, that can take 30 days for them to even an expedited appeal take 30 days. I was like, girl, what am I gonna do? And Kerok's pissed. Sabrina comes to Kerok, so she's trying to calm him down or whatever. And the fact that we gonna be homeless, we don't have anywhere to stay, we can be out of the house by tomorrow. And I'm like, why would y'all do why would you do any of this shit if you did not have their approval for both places? And when Kerok said we assumed there would be no reason for us to deny, that don't matter. With the state, you wait to have approval to do anything. I get VA approved y'all, Virginia. However, the places you're moving to, they don't know y'all. Okay. Brittany then say she feel like because they're both felons, freshly out. Again, she only been out for a year. He been out 7 months. They're both felons. They're together. They applied to move together. She feel like Texas probably seen two young felons who was in all this trouble, in there, both wanted to come live here. Nope. Keep them over there, okay? So she thinks that's the reason that they happen, because they didn't apply like solo dolo. It was like, no, we're together. I was like, that can be okay. Shout the PO person, look, what we can do, since y'all gonna be homeless, we can give y'all like state assistance through a motel for y'all to stay at, because we're appealing it. So we'll give y'all 30 days stay at a motel. I said, a motel? Like Motel 6? And when Kerok said, like, I know the kind of hotels, motels with an M. I know the kind of motels the state put you up in. Brittany said, it don't, we ain't got no choice. We have to be out. I'm like, because I mean, mom and brother can move to Texas in the house they got. They just can't leave. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't have no money, and we should not be spending money to, stay or whatever, yes, we're going to have to be in a hotel, motel, okay? I said, this shows how much Kerok does not make logical, smart decisions. And even though he kept saying, I'm the man and I'm supposed to provide, ma'am, I mean, Brittany, why did you not say, Kerok, let's not do, I said, because to me, Kerok don't make logical decisions, but Brittany also don't make him better, because I'm like, why would you not be sensible enough to say, hey, let's not quit your job. Let's not give the house up until we have approval from both places that we know, okay, we can move. I don't, even if they got the house in Texas, let your mom and brother go down there first while y'all wait for the approval. Okay? So you have to wait. Ooh, he was so pissed off. But I was like, watch your tone, because they will deny you again when you being smart with them. Because you can't be pissed, because they were like, it's up to that state. The state doesn't have to approve. Just because y'all want to go there, they don't have to say yes. Next up, we have Justine and Michael. They were also on Love during Lockup, and then Love after Lockup. And now they're on Life after. We've seen them, I think, about twice before on one of the seasons. Now, I feel like now their little, picture together, it's like, girl, it looks sad. But they're both 36. Okay, she's stay at home mom. Now she used to work before he got out, and she quit her job once he came home. He's a rapper. And a warehouse manager. He was in prison for drug manufacturing and possession. And he was in for a while. It was like a thing with him. Like he was like in the paper and stuff. And he used to like rap a little bit, but not like no rapper. Like he was like a local rapper. Okay. But they're that picture together. He doesn't look at the camera often, so it's sometimes hard to get pictures of him where he don't look crazy. You know what I'm saying? And stuff. But I'm like, fine. So they moved from PA to Vegas. Okay. 6 months ago. Okay. He said we bought a house. The house was too expensive, so the money's real tight right now. Okay. He's working a regular job, as he said. I said, because he need the money. Okay. For a little moving company or whatever. He need money and insurance for the child and kids. So we then see they have the last season, she was pregnant with their 8th child. Okay. He had 4 kids with other people. She had 3. So when he got out of prison, they had a total of 7. They're married. They got married while he was in prison. And she met him through his mom while he was in prison. Okay. And because he was handsome and had a little bit of money, she's like, anyway, so he had 4 kids. She had 3. They had 7 when he first came out. She got pregnant, child, as soon the day or two once he was out, she got pregnant immediately. Okay. So at this point, they have a 6-month-old daughter. Okay, named Manhattan. Cool. We then see, they going at the little doctor appointment. I saw it's a little doctor appointment. Okay, getting the baby Manhattan little checkup. No, ma'am, she's pregnant again. Again, this would be the 9th child between them. Okay, meaning he will have 6 kids total. Wait, no. 5 kids total. Wait, how many kids? Girl, I'm confused now. Because it's 9 total. Because he had 4 and she had 3, and that's 7. And it's that. So he would have 5, and then it'll be, I can't do the math. Anyway, I'm confused. No, 6 and 3. Fuck it. Y'all don't know how many. Girl, it's too many kids. It's too many children, okay? And none of them are like her daughter, the oldest daughter, I think just with the college. She may be like 18 or whatever. So they have a 6-month-old daughter, and she's 16 weeks pregnant. I said, bitch, what? And he's saying they just moved to Vegas, money real tight, and y'all having another baby. I was like, that's why, child, Justine is crazy. You know why? Because now they're happy about the baby. They said, oh, yeah, because the 8th baby with my hand, we said 8 is great, but 9 is fine. I say, no, stop lying. Stop lying. Okay. But again, they say they're happy, and I do believe they're happy. They're happy of the baby. However, they have not told the rest of the family. Okay, only the kids know, because they do not want any negative vibes from, because his mom child wanted to DNA test the baby. His mom always wants to DNA test babies because her brother got trapped and thought a baby was his, and it was not, and so the child was kind of crazy. So the mama kept trying to DNA test the baby. It's stupid. So they ain't told nobody else. Okay, fine. However, at the appointment, the doctor is a doctor, I think maybe a male, like whatever, and they're like, okay, yes, it's a boy. Congrats. Yeah. However, ma'am, okay, let's talk, because this is a high risk pregnancy. Now, this is her 5th pregnancy. This will also be her 5th C-section. For those of y'all who do not know, nobody in the world of birth babies, no women who have too many C-sections, you can die. The scar tissue, it's a lot that goes into it or whatever. They do not suggest, if a woman has had multiple C-sections, oh yeah, keep it baby, yeah. No. So they're like, this is a high risk pregnancy, because again, this would be your 5th C-section. Okay. The last time you was pregnant with the 4th baby, okay, the doctor told you then, hey, this should be your last pregnancy. Okay. You should not have more children, because you could die, because you can't keep having C-sections, because we keep cutting you and cutting you and cutting you. And each time when you have another baby, you can bleed out. Okay. All of these bad things can happen. So the doctor, they mentioned that at the 4th baby, the one you're holding, the 6-month-old, yeah. And we would never suggest for you to be pregnant so quickly after one baby with a C-section to now have to have another C-section. That's not safe. And I saw folks in the comment section like, I can't believe there. I was like, they are being honest about what she should not have done. She could die. Okay. They said most doctors suggest some kind of birth control, sterilization, meaning either hysterectomy, tubal ligation, vasectomy, whatever. They suggest that after 3 C-sections. They said most pregnant women, if they've had 3 C-sections, the doctors will say, hey, you can't have, you're getting into dangerous territories. Okay. Think about what you're going to do. Anyway. But I also said, I wonder, could they be suggesting this because she's on some kind of Medicaid? I don't know what kind of insurance they have. It could be for safety reasons or for money reasons. Anyway, so they're like, we would never advise so soon after having a C-section, your 4th C-section, for you to be having your 5th C-section, because again, bleeding out. You may have to have a blood transfusion. You could lose your uterus. Like, all of these things can happen because those many C-sections is unhealthy for the body. Okay, because it's the cutting. and the cutting and the cutting and the scarring and the healing. Her body hasn't even fully healed from the fourth baby he holding in his hands in the doctor's office. And she's already 5 months pregnant with another baby. Okay. So they said most doctors suggest to wait 2 years before having another baby after having a C-section. And she's like, that's usually what it is. If you're on your second section, you on your fourth C-section 6 months ago. Okay. Now they said, so you want to get your tubes tied, or he can get a vasectomy or whatever. But we're really suggesting this be your last pregnancy, because so can go wrong, and we want you to be safe. Now Michael suggests that she get her tubes tied, okay, because he said, I'm worried my dick may not work. Okay, if I get snipped, what if my dick don't work right? And I said, he's an idiot, because he then says, because you be fine. If you have your tubes tied, you're fine, because the tunnel is still there. I said, bitch, he did not just say this. He said, yeah, because the tunnel is still there, meaning I can still have sex with you. Your tunnel is still there. But if I get snipped, what if I was like, sir, go talk to somebody and get anyway. They then gave her all these risks, like, hey, you could die. You have to give a will. You have someone who will make, medical decisions, because if you're birthing baby and you can't advocate for yourself, you need someone who will make decisions if we need to do whatever, care for you. And if you don't want to be him, because he may not make the decisions you want him to make, you need to have that part, because this is your 5th C-section. So we're just preparing you for what. And I love the fact that they're having this conversation, because some folks don't know this shit. And some folks felt like, oh, they're being mean, they're being dark. No, they're being honest. And if she was told this at her second pregnancy, her third one, and her fourth one, and she's done her 5th one, they're like, you not listening. So let us be clear, bitch, you could die. Death. Okay. So she doesn't say, I don't want to be Michael, because Michael would not make, she's like, you would not make the decision I would want you to make for me. Because Justine said he would choose to save her life over the baby. So push can shove, and it was a who you can only save one. She said, I know for a fact he would choose me. And I don't want that. I want someone to shoot the baby over me. Okay. And I was like, oh. She said it's her and him sitting talking now, whatever. And then she said, I don't want to live life if my child died. You know what I'm saying? She's like, you wouldn't want that virgin. She's like, I'm a mom first, and my kids always come first. And he's like, I don't want to even think about having to make that decision. I would not want to live life without that. He's crying, child. And this is my thing. I feel like most women would say, yes, choose the baby. Let me die and let my child live. Playing devil's advocate as a woman, I also feel like, ma'am, you have 4 living children. And I do wonder if the kids would feel like you picked the 5th baby over us. It's just such a hard decision, because I feel like you're telling him, if something happens to me, leave me, let me be. You go with the baby. You go make sure the baby lives. And that's cool. I get that. I also feel like your kids, your remaining children, the 4 kids you already have, may feel like, mom said, let me die. Let me let her die. So it's a lose-lose situation, because if you die, your husband and all 9 of these kids, well, 5, because feel like they've lost their mom. And there's a new baby who will never get to know you. That's one hard part about it. But then again, if you're the mom and you say, no, let me live, and my child may have to die because they couldn't save us both, you are then left with that unbearable survivor remorse guilt that you chose yourself over this new baby. And the crazy thing about it is a lot of folks bring that up when they discuss abortion rights. And even not even abortion, but when moms, when pregnant women, when there is a complication and the mom could die if they don't get some kind of, if they can't have like an abortion. And women are dying because people are figuring the baby's life matters more than the mom. And if mom is saying, well, damn, I'm going to die, I don't want to die. Some people choose to end the pregnancy if they know they can't survive it. Some people make that choice. And when they take away a woman's right to make that choice, sometimes we die. And I'm like, this is such, to me, a important conversation that you have to have, because you do want to know what your spouse wants. And the sad part about it is, if that was the case, somebody gonna come out on the losing end. Either the kids lose their mom, or parents are now, devastated because their child died in birth. So I don't know. So we shall see. Okay, we have Zeruiah and Troy on the season. I feel like Zeruiah catfishing us because she is a goofy person, and I don't know why she's on here. So I had seen them all. Now I know that season ending thing on last season. I know he went and saw the daughter. I know that the baby mama was there, whatever. Yana, I think her name was Yana, who did not want Zeruiah. Her name was actually pronounced Zeruiah. Now maybe her parents can't spell. I don't know. Because her name don't look to be spelled like anything like Zeruiah. And I do feel like they have consciously made the decision to say her name a lot so folks know how to pronounce it this season. They did not do that a lot last season. But yeah, we know that the baby mama did not want Zeruiah around the daughter yet, because she said that she's a stranger. You just met her. Okay, and I fully agree with the mama saying, sir, you don't know her yet. So anyway, so at this point, he's been out of prison for a month. And she's 32, 29. It says she's an executive director of what? It says he is a director of community engagement. He was in prison for criminal possession of weapon and an attempted robbery. Their little joint photo right here. She told us, y'all are not going to catch me with the bad hair. Okay, y'all dog me out for that raggedy, dry ass ponytail I had last time. I refuse to let y'all drag me this time. I'm gonna have braids, and that's it. I'm gonna have braids with good laid edges. My hair ain't gonna look crusty and dusty. Okay, you're not gonna be able to see. I think she also worked on her skin a little bit. So she came prepared this season, unlike last season. Now I saw a thing she did on TikTok where she said when they were filming the last season, someone was supposed to do her hair, but she could not get to her appointment. And so she put that tired ass, dirty ass point on her head and rolled it out. I said, if I can't go get my hair done, we can't film today. Or if we do, okay, cool, I'm going to give me a good old hair scarf and tie it down, okay? Because, child, I said that girl, horrible. She looked horrible last season. Anyway, they're in that little ass house, okay? Then the little ass house fussing because ain't no space. Now, at the end of the day, the apartment house they live in is too small. It's too small for 4 people. It's her, him, the son and her sister. Okay. Now, to me, her adult ass sister needs to move out eventually because, or they need a bigger house. My thing is, I'm not saying put your family out for no man. What I'm saying is that a house is too small for 4 people. Ain't no space, bitch. Okay. And again, I get a bigger spot, get a bigger house. If it's now 3 adults in there, y'all can afford a bigger house. Because I'm like, child, them the closet. I'm like, girl, the closet they share is smaller. It's probably the size of my dress closet. I'm like, how did y'all fit, girl? Anyway, I just feel like they need to get a bigger house for all 4 of them, or the sister needs to eventually move out and get her own space. Because again, they married now or whatever. I'm leaving it be. So they went out here, okay. When the sister said, "Oh my God, I feel so bad sometimes for Troy because my sister be popping off and her attitude, whatever." And when she said, "But I think they're gonna make it," but sometimes I'll be like, "Girl, are you okay, Troy?" Because Zeruiah be kind of crazy popping off or whatever. But I think they're gonna make it because it's not like they only girlfriend boyfriend, they husband. Or I said, "Child, tell that to her ex-husband, aka his old cellmate." Saying your sister and Troy will make it because they're not boyfriend girlfriend, as if she did not divorce the first husband, is insane to me. Okay, marriage don't mean shit to your sister because she was married to her baby father and divorced him while he was in prison to marry his cellmate. Your sister ain't shit. Anyway, now they don't know where to work. When Troy said, "Yeah, I'm about to roll this blunt," I said, "Are you going to smoke a weed on camera?" He's supposed to say, "I'm gonna roll it now so that when we get out of work, I can not roll in a before work blunt to smoke after work." But I whatever. Okay. So I said, "Sir, don't roll blunts on TV. Don't do that." Anyway, they had this non-profit organization for mental health support for at and also at risk youth. She said when he was locked up, he was telling her things that he would need once he got out. This would help him, acclimate himself to the outside world. And they decided, hey, instead of us going to try to find this stuff, why not just open up a business and do it ourselves? Which I think is smart. I do think, nonprofits and it's smart because if you really work at it, it can be a great, great thing. Okay. So they go to the little office space she has or whatever. He meets the 2 doctors. They was a doctor, I think, and therapist, or whatever. And he sees this little office space. Rich food said, "Oh, it reminded me of prison. A little cell." I was like, "No, sir, that's an office. It's an office." The 2 therapist doctor people said, "I don't know. He gotta be good. He gotta have the right attitude to be out here." Now, Troy is the title was what? He is a director of community engagement. I said, "Now what does that mean?" And when she said his job is to engage the community, I said, "Ma'am, not a whole, that is a made up title." Okay. She said, if someone is supposed to come in for this and they don't, you have to go out and engage with them to, I would say, girl. So I guess she is the executive director of this organization they created. And it sounds good, but it also sounds fake. Okay. And when Troy said, "I think I can run this. I can run. I know I can run it off because it's just like running a gang." I said, "A gang?" He said, "Because in a gang, you put people in positions to do certain jobs." So I said, "Oh my God." While I fully get the idea that is some people don't even run a gang right. You went to prison. So did you run a gang right? Did you? Because you was how long was he in prison? Was how long was in prison? It does not. I can't think how long he was in prison, but it was a couple years, if I'm not mistaken. Well, he was in for 7 years. I know because his daughter's 7. So, sir, you went to jail for 7 years because your organization was not in order. So it's saying, yes, I can run this corporate non-profit organization because I can have a gang. I was like, okay, I guess so. So they get home in the bed, talking and chit chatting or whatever. She got a little face mask on, their skin together. And she's like, I gotta tell him something. He don't know this or whatever. With one, she wants a real wedding because again, they got married during COVID, and so they couldn't talk or kiss or hug or whatever. And so it's like, I just want us to have a real wedding. Okay, y'all afford it. She then tell him, hey, we kind of broke, and he was like, what you mean? She shows him a text that they are a few couple months behind on rent at their office space. I said, you took that man to office space between paid for? Okay. She then said, hey, we about 7K in debt. Okay. I only had money to pay the therapist. I did not have the money to pay the rent for the space. You know what I'm saying? And so we can't be at the office until we pay the back rent. And if we don't pay the back rent quick, they'll also add on late fees. Okay. I said, bitch, they also have to pay the rent for their own house. I said, bitch, you ain't paid the rent. Look, I be on TikTok and I see all the time folks who be getting evicted. Look, the first bill you should always pay is your mortgage and or your rent. Because if you homeless, paying the light bill or paying a car note or whatever, I don't know. Always pay the price to not be homeless if you can. If you have, I'm just saying, because I'm like, to not have paid your rent at your house or the rent at your office space, that's a lot. That's two homeless situations. Okay, so they do. She says grant funding is different. Now, grant funding means we have this nonprofit organization, and we can get grants to do stuff. Okay, but the funding is different. She said first we have to make a budget based on our expenses. Okay, then we have to send an invoice. Okay, and then once we send an invoice, we have to then wait. We have to then still wait 30 days before we get paid. So she started an organization and did not know how the payment shit worked. And she said, it's a learning curve for me. I didn't know, and you don't know. I didn't know, so I tried, and then now Trey pissed. But he's pissed not because of that. He pissed because she didn't tell him until now. And when she said he was so stressed about coming home, so I just didn't want to tell him. But girl, don't tell me we 7K in debt. Let me know let me know I don't have the money now, and in a month or two, we're gonna be in debt. So I can be prepared. Because the weed I bought could have went towards the rent. Okay. Anyway, he's upset. He's pissed because he's like, I'm pissed because you didn't tell me. I might as well go back in the streets because we need some money. Okay. So his thing was she cheated on me a year ago, which is deceit. I forgave her, whatever. And now she did not tell me about this. So I'm wondering what else she keep me. Like, what else she like? Everything. So he like, I just wonder what else could she be lying about. I'm pissed. I'm upset. Blah blah blah. Okay. And he like, it's a nonprofit or whatever. If the nonprofit can put us in debt, like why? If it's this hard, if we can't make no money, if it puts us in debt, why do it? And she said, well, it's not easy, Troy. It's a nonprofit. It's not a business. You don't get anything from it. He said, well, test it. No, look, when Troy said, tell the doctors that, I bet you any amount of money, they will not work for free. And that's true. You can't tell me, well, we don't get paid. We pay everybody else, but we don't get paid. He said, no, you can't. People get money here. We're supposed to be paid. Anyone who don't get paid don't work. Okay? So he pissed. Get up, he leaving. I gotta go. I'm gonna go. I gotta go. He said, where you going, Troy? Don't go do nothing dumb, Troy. Child, Troy is out here in the goddamn pink do-rag, ankle monitor. She up her little favorite. I said, child, he ain't going to do shit. When she said he gonna go out here and make some money, Troy's throwing off is just him being emotional. Okay? Every time he gets activated, he walks away. He leaves because I think he needing a break from Zeruiah. Okay, that man ain't going out here to rob no bank. He ain't going to. Ain't nobody going to sell drugs to somebody in the goddamn pink do rag and an ankle mount. They're tracking his whereabouts, man. That man even free. Okay, now he do call somebody and say, "Hey, you got to get things handled," and the car pull up. We don't know who. That man ain't out here doing shit on camera. He ain't that dumb. I don't know. I don't know. But we shall see. Okay. Lastly, I know it's a long review. I did not mean for it to be this long. I did not. We have Tennie and Rob. Now they were on Love during Lockup like 2 seasons ago. I was surprised they did not come on last season of Life After because they seemed like a good couple. And I think they just took a break so that they can get acclimated. Okay, I think they didn't want to film so soon after because this is the thing. Well, one here's their little couple thing. Okay, again, she is 30. They're both 34. She's a stay-at-home mom. He's a tarp and supply worker. He was in prison for robbery with firearm. He was in jail for like 17 years. He went to jail at like 17, 18 years old. So I still feel like he is a youngin who's been in there forever. You know, um, this is them a little double confessional. Okay, so I do feel like they wanted time before filming because I do realize that most of these couples start filming as soon as they get out. They wanted time to themselves. And they took like a trip to like Florida, or whatever. So at this point, he's been out for the last time we seen them. It was the day he got out, and he's now been out for 6 weeks. They moved to a new house. Rob had cameras up everywhere before. He was talking to her through the camera. It was so weird of him talking to her through I was high in prison talking to her in the cameras. I don't know how that happens. Anyway, so we're gonna see. So he's putting up cameras around the house. He said, "Oh, it's for security." I said, "Hmm." Tennie then said, "Yeah, because like if he called me, I don't answer. He can look in the cameras, or he can, ring the alarm, whatever." He then said, "Yeah, I can make sure she's at where she said she's gonna be." I say, "Red flag, red flag. Don't do that. Don't stalk me. Trust me or leave me. You hear me? Don't say I gotta make sure she at where she, sir. I'm grown." Okay. Tennie brought up how we taking a shot. After he got out, we had sex, taking a shower together, and she's saying he had his ex face tattooed on his arm because they were dating, got married, and he did not tell her, and she did not know he had his ex face tattooed on his arm. Okay. Now she knows. She's like, "I'm petty, so I do bring it up in time. We arguing, whatever. But I do know he loved her. I know that we both had love before we met each other. We've been married now for about 5 years or whatever. It still make me a little bit aggravated, but again, it's fine." Rob brings up how since he's been out of prison, he got a lot of anxiety when he was in prison as well. He said because when COVID happened, he said it's one thing in prison, like your doors, like he's like, "We're in prison, and we're in prison." He said, "But however, your doors like open, you can walk out yourself." He said, "But during COVID, they had us locked down." He said, "So that was even like being in prison on top of being in prison." So he has anxiety. So he's having to reacclimate himself. And I said, that's probably why they chose to not do the season right when he got out. Gave him time to kind of get, acclimate. So we don't know what happened in them 6 weeks. Anyway, he said, "But I'm okay now. But I'm just, figuring shit out." Okay. Tennie was she planned a welcome home party for him. But only invited people they felt like was there for him while he was locked up. Again, he was locked up for 17 years, from around 17 years old until now. Rob said over the years of him being locked up, he did not get many visits from his family, whatever. Mainly was Tennie her kids. But I was like, but if you had a whole girlfriend whose face you got tattooed, she didn't come visit you. I feel like probably when you first, I feel like he talks about, or they talk about the time when Tennie came around. I'm like, before she came around, I don't think no one was around. I think this is the last years or whatever is made one thing. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, but him just saying like no one came to visit. I'm like, but you had a girlfriend who face you got tattoo. So that means at least she used to come around. Anyway, so they make it seem as if only Tennie and the kids was the one visiting him the last 5 or 6 years. They're calling people who were supposed to come to this welcome home. Now, first of all, a welcome home party 6 weeks after someone came home. People been like, he been home. Most welcome homes are like the first week somebody's out. If you've been out for a month and a half, nigga, I've seen you. I'm pretty sure he's seen people since then. So I'm like, was it really a welcome home party? I don't know. So they called his sister, who said she can't make it because her eyes were swollen from an allergic reaction. A friend of his said he was still drunk or fucked up from the night before. So whoever they invited ain't coming. Okay, we then see her mom get there and a friend of hers get there. Now Tennie brings up how she gets along with mostly everybody in his family except his mom. Her and the mama be beefing because the mama preferred ex-girlfriend and Tennie don't like that. Also, the mom felt like Rob was financially helping out Tennie, had stopped helping her out because Rob was like gambling or whatever in prison. So he had money. And the mom felt like when Tennie came around, Rob stopped doing for her. And so the mama and Tennie kind of just don't, they be bumping heads. Okay, to me. Okay, I think they're both at fault. So the mama, Tennie mama showed up and she said, look, I really believe like Rob mom, that Rob wants to be closer to his mom. I think she wants to support her mom. I can see his faith he wants that. So hopefully mom shows up. And we do see Rob mama shows up. Now look, Rob mama, she showed up. She came in. She hugged Rob. Now Rob did look very happy to see his mom. Okay. And the mom looked happy to see her son. And they both hugged, gave I love you. She hugged Tennie as well. And it seemed like a genuine hug. I love you as well. Okay. Things were good. Okay. We then seen the mamas meet. So Tennie mama, who's in the green shirt, met Rob mom, who's in the white shirt. Okay. And stuff. And things were good. You know what I'm saying? And Rob then said, Mama, I'm so glad you showed up. Baby, of course. Okay. I'm here for you, son, but I do think we should talk. Okay. I don't like the way you've been treating me, son. I feel this a distance between us, and we never spent time. Like, what did I do? Now, Rob said to Mama, and I do feel like maybe there should have been a one-on-one conversation between them, but I think they filming. Let's do it, okay? And she didn't say it to what we saw and like no attitude type of way. She was talking directly to her son and saying, "Hey, son, I just feel like this is what's going on." And she said, "What did I do?" Okay. Now he said, Mom, I'm older now. You know what I'm saying? And I have this life down here now. I went away. Again, he's been gone for 17 years. So that's a big change too. And I get that, But at one point he said, I was locked up for 17 years. And he said, so no one knows what I'm going through mentally, All of this is new to me. You my mama, and I appreciate everything you have done for me or whatever. And I do love you, Mom. But I'm older now, and I have a life down here now. Because the mama don't live like in that same town or whatever. And the mama, I get that. I do. And said at the same time, whatever, at the end of the day, when Tennie ain't here, I'm going to be here. Now, when the mama said that, I felt like, ooh, do I think it was a dig at Tennie? I think the mom said, you don't know. I think the mom point was, hypothetically, you don't know if y'all gonna work. And if y'all don't work, I'm gonna still be your mama. And while I don't think he has to like take care of the mama like that or whatever, I do think if the mama point was there should still be an open line of communication between us so that there isn't this distance. I get that part. But again, when she said at the end of the day, you know, if Tennie ain't here, I will be here. You know, so you having this new family, that's cool. But that don't mean to like just say fuck us once you're out. Okay? What that upset Tennie? What you mean? Why? I'm not going. Why? Now again, Tennie. This is why I felt like that should have been a conversation between him and the mama, because then Tennie wouldn't have had any input into what the mama sent to her son. Okay, and she's like, I'm just hypothetically, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I also felt like, girl, ignore your mama in that comment. But I mean, that's true. People be acting like that's the thing. If y'all don't work out, he would still need his mama. That's just true. That ain't no shit or whatever. Okay. So I, as an adult, felt like that wasn't her saying Tennie ain't shit. That was her saying, if y'all was to break up, I would still be your mama. You know, so you having a life here should not mean you don't have any communication with me. Okay. But they could not finish the conversation because now Tennie's upset. Child, Tennie was like, what you mean? What you mean? She said, I'm just hypothetically, Tennie's upset. The mom said, look, let me finish talking to my son. Okay. And she goes back to Rob, and I look, Rob, I'm saying I feel like you left the family for the family, whatever, that you're now taking care of. Okay. Tennie gets pissed. I'm finna get up and get a drink. So she gets up, she walks away. The mama, Tennie gets up, says, I'm going to get a drink. Gets up, and she's walking. The mama then said, okay, bye, have a good day. And keeps talking to Rob. Because she, girl. which prompts Tennie to jump back and say, what's the problem with me? What? I said, Lord, what should I said, Tennie? To me, Tennie should have kept walking. Let that lady talk to her son. Okay, I do feel like Tennie was dead as wrong for because again, the whole point was the mama was directly talking to Rob. Tennie just had to be sitting there, you know. The mama and Tennie don't get along. I fully get that. I fully get that. But I also feel like she was trying to have a conversation with her son. And I think because her and he just have friction, Tennie found issue with the stuff the mama was saying. Now, I don't know what they could have cut out. I'm not sure. But when Tennie came back and got in that lady's face, Tennie came and got in that lady's face. What's your problem with me? And the mama stood up because Tennie was over her. I don't have no problem. And Tennie mushed that mama in the face. As the mama was saying, it ain't no problem, but I want my son back. Tennie mushed her husband's mama in the face. Now, let me tell you something. There are many things that could set me off or make me be calm. Anybody putting their hands on my mother, you want to go see Jesus. You want to go to the room. You want to be out of here. I could not believe that Tennie literally mushed that man mama in the face. Because I don't want to hear what she was. Tennie came back, Tennie had got up and walked away. Came back and got in that lady's face. As you see, Tennie mama was in between them initially. Tennie got up, walked away. Came back and got directly in the lady's face. And it wasn't until the mama stood up that Rob Ben stood up. And then Tennie instantly went and mushed the lady in the face, pushed her back. Okay. Which made the mama swung and tap Tennie on the head. Look tap, look that. Okay. But she also stepped back. It happened so fast. It happened so fast. I think once the mama felt Tennie mush her, and then the mama came and just swung and hit Tennie in the head, and then Rob is in between them trying to break them up. Now, Tennie mama, it happened so fast she didn't even have a chance to like stop it. Rob moved fast enough to at least get between them. And you hear Rob saying, no, stop. Because Tennie is actively coming at his mama. So much so that Tennie is swinging on his mom as the mom is backing up. The mom, to me, was not trying to fight. The mom was backing up. You got me fucked up. Because Tennie kept running up trying to get at, but you can't be pissed at the mama hit you. She hit you back. If you mush me in the face, I'm swinging. We fighting now. But Tennie started. Tennie was dead ass wrong for putting her hands on that man mama. I don't care if y'all be beefing. I don't care. That's your husband's mother. You are a mom. Her kids was there. Tennie's kids were there sitting and watching their mama fight they new stepdaddy mama. Tennie dead ass wrong. And Rob is you see her mom. It happens so fast. I think the mom trying to brace Rob mom from falling because she's finna fall. Because Tennie ran around. Again, you see what Tennie was, okay? Tennie was over there. Now she's now around the table. Yeah, she's now around the table because she's chasing Rob mama, trying to fight her. And when Rob and the mama are trying to move back, and Rob is trying to get in between, he's trying to get in between Tennie and the mama, but also trying to protect his mom because Tennie keep running up. And I'm like, Rob, sir, you should have scooped your wife up and took her out the way. But he's not trying to physically touch either person. He's trying to just, open space. Rob should have scooped Tennie's ass up and walked her back. But he was backing up to protect his mom. And because of that, they're moving backwards. And because Tennie is consistently moving in and swinging, the mom and Rob take a tumble because they also took over the outside girl. Me and my spouse would have been divorced the following day. Because for you to not have enough restraint to not put your hands on my mama. And even when I'm saying stop, and you're still charging at not only me, but my mama. You then see Tennie's daughter like, oh no, because her mama fighting her stepmama. Tennie, I mean this with every fiber of my being. I fully understand you not wanting his mama to disrespect you and disregard you and make it seem as if you don't matter. I fully get that. But you are a grown woman with 2 children of your own. And I can't imagine that you would want your daughter or son's girlfriend to fight you because y'all don't get along. I can't imagine you would want that. So I feel like I don't know what insecure, imaginary anger you have that makes you feel like, yeah, I'm gonna fight his mama. That is insane to me. That is completely insane. And I am a person. I get anger. I get it. I fully get it. But I could not believe that you walked up on that man mama, mushed her in the face, and then when she hit you back, you charge at her like she was a random bitch on the street. That's still your husband's mama. That's still your. And to me, the whole time the mama was talking, Tennie was pissed. The mama showed up, and before the mama showed up, her Tennie mama told her, Rob really wants his mom. Like he wants to be close to us. I hope showed up. Like, Rob and his mom need to fix their shit. But to me, Tennie was sitting there with that fucking attitude. Now, it could be because it was hot outside. It could be because the other folks, because nobody showed up. Tennie mama and one of Tennie friends, and then Rob mama showed up to his welcome home. But again, you can't have a welcome home party 6 weeks after someone gets out from prison. They've seen him already. Ain't nothing new. We've been welcome him home. And this is probably a last minute, you know what I'm saying, thing or whatever. But I'm like, whatever had you pissed, you have to be grown enough to not allow your emotions to make you unstable. And you fighting that man mama on a rooftop of a welcome home party in front of your 2 children shows mentally for them moments, whatever, you became unfucking stable. Child, I would have to divorce I would have to, because to me, you don't have respect for me. You can fuss with my parent. Cool. Words don't mean shit. Once you get physical with my parent, you have now disrespected me. You've also scared the kids. You did not have enough self-control to control yourself in front of your own children. I don't know how they still together. I don't know. Because I don't know how I could forgive my spouse for hitting my parent. I don't. And if my parent hit my spouse, if my parent started out, Mom, I can't fuck with you right now because you know what I'm saying? Like, but the mama wasn't even talking to Tennie. That's why I say that should have been a conversation between Rob and his mama with nobody else involved. Because had they been a one-on-one conversation, Tennie wouldn't have been there to get mad about, hypothetically, her and Rob not working out. Child, a mess. I did not mean for this review to be as long as the episode. I babbled on for an hour and a half, okay? I hope y'all still like it. Anyway, again, I will be live today, sometime today, for Gotta Chat around 3, maybe 4 p.m., maybe 5, I don't know. But by now, it should be set, so go look at my channel to see what time it will be. But y'all know to like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. I gotta go. Bye.